This is going to be my final whiskey of the session. It is morning. The time is now 8:16 a.m. I've been on a flight, I must confess. I've been on a flight. I started out with, what did I start out with? Oh yeah, Goodrich and Williams rye and high rye. 2 bottles side by side, both excellent. Then I went to Shelter Point. I had batch 6 of their double barrel whiskey, and I compared it to batch 5 somewhat. Then I went and what did I do? Oh yeah, Waterford Gaia 1.2, and I compared that with the Waterford Bano Island 1.1. Now, after all of that, I even had some of a special blend that I've been creating lately based on whiskeys that I don't like very much and mixing them together with some whiskeys that I like a lot. That's been an interesting journey. But now, so we come to the end of the session or the end of the flight. I have here a Balcones 3-year-old, bottled at 64% alcohol by volume, Texas single malt, European oak. So I'm guessing it's aged completely in European oak, like a sherry cask, European oak. And it's a Binny's pick. Binny's is a store in the Chicago area. I think they have a few of them. There's like a chain of Binny's around Chicago. And this is their pick. They picked this barrel out of all the other ones that they could have got from Balcones. So this is going to be maybe quite a special thing. And I have to thank Malt Muser for sending me this. Thank you, Eric. Also known as Rabbit in Red. I can't. He's got this funky tape here that seals everything real tight, and it's like sticky and clingy. It's like cling wrap. There, I got all the cling wrap off of there. And now we open this up and we pour it into a glass. Oh, wait a minute. We got to get the plastic thing off. Oh, we got the plastic thing off. Good. It even made a sound as I opened it. 2 ounces. 2 ounces of Balcones Binny's Pick 3-year-old Texas single malt whiskey. All right. Yeah. And this is bottled at 64% alcohol by volume. That's strong. I always save the strongest for last. Of course, by that point in time, I've already had quite a bit. This has a interesting nose so far. It's a bit malty, yes. It's a little bit wow, this is going to be an interesting little journey because I have not encountered a Texas single malt before. The only Balcones I remember having is the Brimstone, which was just mean and mad. This, however, Seems interesting from the get-go. I'm getting some malty notes. I'm getting some kind of a sweetness. I'm reminded of cherries and pineapples. Okay, so maybe some tropical fruits here. I'm trying at it. I'm trying. Cherries, yeah. Pineapple, yeah. Just a little touch of brown sugar. And I'm talking about on the nose, yeah. I haven't tasted it yet. Yeah, sugary, golden sugar, cassonade. This is just on the nose. It's a lot like going through the at the local supermarket. There's this aisle where they have flour and they have sugar and they have all these things packaged. And when you go through that aisle, it just gives that scent, that wonderful, beautiful smell that brings me back to my childhood. And this has some of that in there. Oh, yeah. And tropical fruits so far on the nose. And sugar and flour and I'm talking about flour that's ground up wheat, not the flour that's like the reproductive organs of a plant. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I get that note of flour and like ground up wheat. And there's a sweetness too, and that would be from the golden sugar, the cassonade. Interesting nosing so far. What will this give me on the palate? Okay, here we go. Woo! Woo! That is sweet. That is intense. That is heavy, powerful. That is much too strong for me to drink comfortably. 64% alcohol. Ugh. But it tastes good despite that high alcohol content. Yes. I'm going to have a second sip, as is. I don't often or usually drink whiskey of this high in alcohol content. 64%. But on the nose, there is some sweetness. And there are things that keep it interesting. I will be adding some water to this, I guarantee you. It smells as it did before. Tropical fruits, flour, flour. It reminds me of that supermarket aisle where they have things like ground cocoa and flour and just a bunch of things that smell good to me. With some, did I say tropical fruits? Yes. Some mango. Some papaya, at least on the nose. I know this is going to be intense as soon as I have some. Ugh. Hiccups, where did they come from? Yuck. Oh, this is a beauty. And it finishes up with barnboard. Like old wood. Old wood. It said something about wood on here, didn't it? European oak. There we are. But the European oak to me comes across as barnboard. Okay, it's got some tannins. It's got some sherry. Sherry and tannins. European oak. Wow, there is a lot going on here in this glass. I'm getting melons and pickles too. There's still a lot going on in this glass. This is going to take a little bit of time. Oh. I think I'm becoming a fan of Balcones right now. Oh, thanks again, Eric. Oh. It transitions to a sweet tropical fruit, sugary, beautiful mouthful, and it gives a hug going down. But that's because it's at 64%. I'm going to add some water to this decoction. Yeah. Let's see what this does to it. So far, it's delicious. Really delicious. I did not know what to expect when I opened this, but wow, it's good. Oh, yeah. Now that I've added some water, let's give it another pull, shall we? Oh, I wish you could smell this with me. Tropical fruits. Mangoes, papayas, pineapples. Delicious. Ah, there's so much good stuff going on here in this glass that I'm probably at a loss to describe all of it to you. Ah, this is nice. Now with some water added to it, there is still some hug. Definitely some hug. And tropical fruits. And mangoes and papayas. And fruity notes of such an intensity along with a bit of spiciness. This is a masterpiece. This is wonderful. This has a lot of flavor. This is bold. This is out front. This leaves me with oak tannins after I have experienced the most intense fruitiness that I have ever seen in a whiskey. And we're talking tropical fruits. We're talking mango, papaya. We're talking pineapple. Just tropical fruits. And then that powerful hit of oak tannins coming out from those European oak casks. And the finish lasts a good long time. It's just hanging in there. I'm still getting it on my tongue. I'm still getting it all over my mouth. It's not really coating, but it's there. It's on my tongue. It's there. Wow. This is the pinnacle. And it's only 3 years old. It's incredible. I didn't know what to think of Texas whiskeys. You can't get many of them here. But thank you once again, Eric, for making this possible for me to taste it. This is brilliant. And it's only 3 years old. It's that quick maturation in that hot Texas climate. Yeah. Mostly I just get on the nose tropical fruits and a little bit of that cassonade, that golden sugar. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh. I don't dare add any more water to it, because as it is wonderful. It is good. It is great. 18 minutes already. Look at that. And no, that was not a fart. That was my chair making a noise when I leaned forward. On the nose. It's just beautiful. On the palate, this is something righteous to be reckoned with. I'm getting some other fruity notes now. I'm getting a little bit of cherry. Yeah, cherry. This has been metamorphosing with time and with the addition of water. It's just delicious. Oh, I can't say enough good things about this dram. This has everything in it you can imagine from a young whiskey. It's exuberant, it's youthful, it is just tasty, it is just intense. Yum, yum, yum. Cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.